Channel. The Car Guy Channel. My name is Mike Hennessy. This show is all about cars and all four car guys. Get yourself a cold beer. Get yourself a cold beer, guys, because our show is... We are smoking! I'm Mike Hennessy, and you're watching the Car Guy Channel. I have an auto repair shop. I've been in the business for over 30 years. You name it, we got it, we built it, we've done it, we do it. We love this car stuff, and I hope you guys do too. We're gonna have a lot of fun, got a lot of stuff cooking, so just stay tuned.
Everybody had an ocean across the USA, and everybody be surfing by California. You see them wearing their baggies, Huarache sandals too, bushy blonde hairdo, surfing USA. Catch it surfing at Del Mar, Ventura County line, Santa Cruz and Trent, that's in the Caribbean, all over Manhattan, down the Haney Way. Everybody's gonna surf.
Welcome to the Car Guy Channel. We got a fantastic show this week. We're covering Dream Machines from one end to the other, and we got all sorts of hot rods, high ones, low ones, fast ones, and we got them all. We got grills going. I got the gals with me today. We got a full pack day going on down here at Dream Machines. Two things you don't do. Hey, don't touch any of these cards, and don't touch that dial. Sit back, get yourself a cold one, because we're going to be rocking and rolling.
Surfing USA, and Tiger Knees and Swan, Pacific Palisades, San Onofre and Sun, Redondo Beach, LA, all over La Jolla, Waimea, Faye. Everybody's got surf.
The cool thing about setting our booth up over here at Dream Machines, we get a lot of neighbors, and this is one of our neighbors. Introduce yourself.
I'm Sally Haig. I'm from Livermore, California.
Hi, Sally. Sally's across from us. They got the barbecue going, and the thing is, she's got a pretty cool car, and tell us a little bit about it.
I got it for Christmas one year. I'd seen it 2 years before at our own car show in downtown Livermore, and I told my husband that was the fat-fendered Ford convertible I wanted, and we couldn't get the owner to come to terms.
Your husband couldn't make him an offer he couldn't refuse, huh?
Well, we went to a Christmas party 2 years later, and as we pull into our friend's little cul-de-sac, there's this purple gleaming car, and I said, "There's my car!" And he said, "What do you mean your car?" I said, "If you let somebody else buy this car, you are dead meat." And it was mine.
Guys, we know how that's all about. And what's the year of the car?
It's 46.
46, and what kind of motor?
Do I have to say on the air? It's another.
Matter of fact, no one's gonna know.
It's another make. It's a 350, and you fill in the blank.
It's okay. 350 Chevy motors, mounted them real well. It's about dependability, durability. When I build cars in my shop, we're about safety, and so it's an easy motor to put together and a safe engine.
Yeah.
And so you really enjoy this car.
I do. I wanted to get in and turn the key and have it go, and it's got power steering. Santa brought that about 3 years ago to me, so I've owned the car for I think 17 years now. So it just keeps getting better.
That Santa's been pretty darn good.
Yes,
hey, we're going to check this car out. Estelle's going to go over the camera on and just check out one of our neighbors' cars. Besides all the cars we have here at Dream Machines, there's a lot of facets that make this event work. And one of the big facets here is my good buddy, Mark Fenichel. Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for talking today.
Oh, what an event. I saw you on stage earlier. And that band, you're telling me this guy here, he's really the real deal, right?
Yeah, this is Mark Hummel and Rusty Zinn. Those guys have played with everybody you can imagine in the blues world. Mark Hummel also puts together an incredible show every year of harmonica players from all over, including guys like Magic Dick.
But when you come here and you see the cars, you see these wild trucks going on, this is a real exciting event.
This really is. We've been here 25 years doing the show, and there's so many things to see and so much to do. Not only cars, you got airplanes and tractors and steam engines and donkey mules.
And it goes on and on.
Crazy.
We got a lot more stuff to see here down here at Dream Machines. Stick around.
My name is Mark Fenichel with Pacific Coast Dream Machines and Miramar Events, and you're watching the Car Guy Channel.
Ooh-wah, 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 ooh-wah. fools fall in love? Why do birds sing so gay? Lovers await the break of day. Why do they fall in love? Why?
You gotta love an early model Chevrolet Nova. What I really respected about this car here, this car is still a 6-cylinder car, still in the bottom of the fender. This right here is an SS car. What got my eye really fast, besides the color, kind of a little bit of a soft gold color, that has all the SS trim. And that takes a lot of time to install, even from the factory. They actually put them on the fenders before they went ahead and installed the fenders onto the car. Same with the doors, same with the trim here, has all the SS trim. And when you get checking this car here out, you're going to see it's got factory bucket seats, factory center console with an automatic shift on the console. I'm telling you, when I saw this car, it brought back memories. When you see these cars, that's what they're all about. Brings you back to the day when this stuff here was out there. You could buy it and enjoy it. Very, very, very cool car. Check it out.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day. Hey, hey, when I die, well, you give me all your loving and your turtle doving, all your hugs and kisses and your money too. Well, you know.
There's a car I saw that I absolutely thought was so unique, so spectacular, and it wasn't too wildly sounded. Introduce yourself.
Ron Dean.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Oh, just fine.
Good to see you. Bringing a car down to Dream Machines. Now, the interesting thing is you've had this car for how many years?
38 years.
38 years. And then I guess my question is, what possessed you to go from when you got it 38 years ago to go full custom street rod?
Well, no matter how long you have an automobile, at one point in time you're going to get sick and tired of it the way it is. So I just
That's a good
had
comment.
to figure, well, I got to do something one more time, and make it good enough so where people are going to have a little shock and awe. So it does get a lot of compliments and such.
Because you
Yeah.
went black, you went stay fast cloth top, you put some flames on the car, you have a blower, you have a not 454, but what motor's in there?
468.
468, a big block Chevrolet engine in it with a blower, and this thing sounded great coming in.
Well, it sounds great leaving too.
So this is a good driving car.
Oh, it's a beautiful driving car.
And so you pretty much designed the car, but you had other people do the work for you?
Absolutely. You know, I know what I want, but I couldn't do it myself, obviously, because fortunately I had enough money to do it, so we did it.
And you went with the flames on the front of it and the black. I think the car looks absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
Good taste and a lot of fun to see a caddy like this. Ron, thanks for having it on the show. I think it's pretty cool. Seeing a convertible done right. Love a stay fast top. They are the best way to go. Check out that motor. That is absolutely spectacular.
2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on. Join me, hon. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock to broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3 and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock to broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the
It's 1962 all over again here today. My name is Mike Hennessy. How are you?
Nice.
Your
to
name
meet
is?
you.
Your
Rex.
name is Rex. How you doing, Rex?
Good.
This car is absolutely spectacular, and after owning one myself, I kind of see the flavor and the flair that this car. There's a lot of really good original '62 Oldsmobile Starfire stuff in this car. They were bucket seats, shift on the floor. They had a vacuum tack, and a lot of people aren't really aware of this. Almost all of them are leather interior. I was telling earlier, somebody asked about the hubcaps. He said there's no hole, to put air in them,
Right.
but you got to pop the hubcap out to get to the valve stem. And in the earlier days, these guys at gas stations went totally nuts.
That's right.
Almost like the old Cadillacs on finding where the gas door is to put gas in the car. This model Oldsmobile Starfire is absolutely spectacular. This particular paint color is an option in that year. They had maybe about 12 different color combinations, but this right here is just utterly spectacular. Now these right here are extremely rare to come by on the side of the car from stem to stern. There's quite a few pieces, and buying it new NOS would be virtually I don't even know if anything's out there. If it does, it'll pop up on eBay somewhere. Some real true collector might get them. There's a guy in Canada that's reproducing these, and each side of the car runs about $1,250 to $1,500 per side. He only sells it in a complete set, and it's absolutely fascinating. When you see the steering wheel in this car, it's dipped in way in the inside. And one thing I did notice on the right side of the car, he has one of the original floor mats. Check this car out. These right here, highly collectible, highly desirable, and these right here are going to be some of the cars in the 60s that are going to reach some real big money when you see it Barrett-Jackson, a lot of the other shows. They've came on and they're real hot and heavy, but right now they're good investments, and I think that's for a collector and for investment collectability, you cannot go wrong with an old Starfire. But you guys know what you're doing. That's kind of a neat feature, really.
We try and help the other guys that don't know as much about what's going on, kind of help them to learn more about it, and that's what it's all about. It's learning.
What do you say when a guy says, no, I was at so-and-so auto parts, and the idiot didn't know his butt from first base, and, you know, and then he comes over here, and I guess that's kind of what your guys' claim to fame, though, really, isn't it?
Somewhat, yeah. We, you know, they just haven't worked here, so they don't know.
Well, you guys are finally tapping into the speed market. They're tapping into the custom market, right?
Yeah.
Like all the stuff you guys, you got gauges, you got stuff, you got, I mean, you're I know it's a little bit of everything, electric water pumps. So since you're kind of in the hot rod theme, so I noticed you're handling some flathead stuff.
Yeah, we got a few little things. We got some heads, we got an intake.
How did you talk them into flathead stuff?
Well, you know, it's been tough. It's been about 8 years coming, so.
So I had a feeling that you had a little something to do with the flathead stuff.
Just a bit. Trying to get some of that stuff, just to let people know what we can get. I mean, if we have a variety, somebody might, you know, say, hey, you guys stock flathead stuff. How about something for a nail head, or, you know, whatever, you know.
How many customers really like my shop are out there? My shop we build the street rod stuff, the custom stuff we build. How many guys out there are like me?
You know, not too many. They're getting less and less every day.
You're trying to say we're kind of dinosauric, huh?
Yeah, kind of. But I'm trying to bring it back. We're trying to bring it back.
Cool. Hey, we're going to do that. Hey, let's get the rest of the store, guys. Rock and roll. Cool. Hey, thanks, bud.
All right.
For an array of police cars, you just can't beat this car right here. If you guys don't know what it is, and if you haven't seen it before, it's a right-hand drive Holden. This is with a Holden, good on you, from Australia, and kind of a Mad Max reproduction. Really kind of cool with the blower. If you've seen the movie, it's really kind of cool. Check out the inside of this car. Holden in America. Kind of neat to see him. You know, I cruise these events and I look at all the cars and all the neat stuff, and then I happen to run into something pretty cool, some pretty neat people. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. I'm Catherine Tompkison. I'm the Festival Director for the Sheriff's Office of San Mateo County.
I know you guys are sitting up next to us, so it's pretty easy. We're sharing donuts and sharing water and all that.
Breakfast of champions.
And you got candy on your desk, so
that's our breakfast.
So we got to tell my wife, Susan, I'll have to bring you home a couple of pieces.
You bet.
Hey, now tell us a little bit about why you're here. You got a princess here. We're going to get her on in a minute. Tell me a little bit about that.
So the North Fair Oaks Festival is a community festival that the Sheriff's been doing for 14 years. And for 9 years, we've been doing a Queen of the Festival scholarship program. Now, the festival benefits youth programs in San Mateo County, and the Queen of the Festival is a way to provide role models for young women who are university-bound, promote education, promote achievement academically.
And this is about going to school.
Absolutely. So our finalists, we have 5, have to be university-bound, and we award $23,000 in scholarship every year. So to date, we've awarded $123,000 in scholarship.
$103,000. That's what let you guys know that's exactly 2.5 brand new Corvettes. See, car guys, you got to do that too. Or one particular fun Ferrari.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was able to find the princess out there between this whole crowd of cars, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Mary Robles. I currently go to Woodside High School, and I'm one of the finalists competing for Queen of the Festival.
That is really cool, and I hear you're selling tickets today, and there's a reason why you're selling tickets?
Selling tickets is to win a maximum of $10,000 scholarship to pay for tuition, books and fees, room and board, and all that other wonderful stuff that pays for college.
Yeah, now we're going to ask you, what are you kind of majoring in? What are you going for?
Forensic science.
Forensic science, CSI. We got CSI here. Well, I guess we're in the right booth with the police department. Having them sponsor you and everything's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a wonderful.
Okay, now, this is the Car Guy channel, and I got to ask you a question. What's your favorite car?
Well, I've been wanting to get my dad's 72 Camaro for a while, but I don't think he's going to give it to me.
Good choice, 72 Camaro. If your dad watches this clip, I think he's just going to almost have to do it. Pop, she's working. She's doing this thing. Let's get her that Camaro. Get some cards and letters into the show. Say, Dad, give her that car. How's that?
Yep. Dad, give me that car.
Get her that car. Thanks, young lady, for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm going to probably get a letter from her dad later. I might have to chime in on it, but there's a lot of cars to check out around here. Let's rock and roll.
Hi, my name is Mary Robles, and you are watching the Car Guy channel.
Well, East Coast girls are hip. I really dig those styles they wear. And the Southern girls with the way they talk, they knock me out when I'm down there. The Midwest farmers' daughters really make you.
I saw this really cool truck, and I'm going to introduce you, and your name is?
Angel Reyes.
Angel Reyes, how you doing?
Pretty good.
And is this your first time to Dream Machines?
No, the second time.
Has the truck been here twice?
Yes.
So it has. So you have this thing done for a couple of years?
Just done for last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is spectacular. A lot of nice work on this.
Thank you.
Now, was this a team effort, family effort?
That's the team. The wife and my son.
That's kind of neat when you see father and son projects building these cars. You know, I've never been blessed with children to be able to do this, so it's really pretty neat to do that. And what year base truck did you start out with?
There's a 49.
Just a 49. This is not just a 49. This is a 49 that's chopped, channeled.
Channel and customized for bumper to bumper.
Customized from one end to the other. Really pretty cool. Now, I noticed it sits down pretty low. I'm sure there's some airbags to it. Now, how does this thing drive going down the road?
That's pretty good. Truck smooth.
Pretty good. For a truck like this, it better run excellent.
It jumps a little bit, but it's okay.
It jumps a little bit. Well, great. Hey, thanks for having it on the show.
Thank you
and
very much.
we're going to go over it.
All right.
You can tell he's a little shy. I was going to give him a bad time, but he was such a nice guy, I didn't want to.
Real fine, my 409. She's real fine, my 409, my 409. Well, I saved my pennies and I saved my dimes. Giddy up, 409. Before I knew there would be a time. Giddy up, 409. When I would buy a brand new 409.
There's a lot of clean cars, a lot of original cars out here, but this right here kind of struck my eye, being a 1963 Rambler. Now, being a Rambler two-door car, you know, that was a budget car in its earlier days, but they were good cars. Now, Rambler kind of kept going a long time. This is probably one of the earlier years when they used to have all their cars were all still flathead engines coming into the early 60s, believe it or not. And now this right here is an overhead valve. The interior, the red, the white stripe on this top, and take a look at the top. You're going to see how the top is kind of embedded with bows like it's a convertible top piece. Take a look at it, show you that.
But when I take her to the track, she really shines. Giddy up, 409. She always turns in the fastest times. Giddy up, 409. My 4-speed dual quad cross traction 409. 409. Giddy up, 409.
Back when the years when I was still building the cars, driving the cars, being the early car guy in the latter 60s, coming to the 70s, when I drove past this, the first thing I thought of, this right here is retro. Here's a couple guys in a 57 Chevy Corvette, lightweight body, you know, and they had that independent front suspension. Well, these guys right here went ahead and put a Mustang 2 front end on it, and they put in a Dodge, big block Dodge motor, 460 or something like that under the hood with an automatic transmission. And the way it looks, the patina on it, and it just really brought me back to the days of this is what you can build, this is what was available, this was king of the road, and this was a king drag car back in the years that I was growing up. I met a younger guy that actually owns the car, and he just talking about maybe painting it, and I said, paint it? The patina. This is what this car is all about. Check it out.
Take out the papers and the trash. Oh, you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor,
I'll say one thing, the Hill and Gully four-wheel drive group with their 2 Jeep Rubicons sure could do a display. Check this out. Getting these wheels up on top of those wheels on each side. That's what these shows are all about. Display is what it is.
You don't go out Friday night, yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
You just put on your coat and hat and walk yourself to the laundromat. And when you're finished doing that, bring in the dog and put out the cat, yakety yak.
Hey guys, I want to introduce you guys to somebody that's a little bit on the special side. Works for the fire department. Ron, give everybody your whole name.
My name is Ronnie Otis.
Hi, Ronnie. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Hey, good to see you today. No, there's a couple reasons really why I selected your car to talk about what. Now we see so many. I mean, there's some spectacular stuff here today.
It is.
But yours has a little bit of a different purpose. Tell me a little bit about it.
Absolutely. So what we have here is a 2014 Harley Davidson with a Champion trike conversion, and it is a motorcycle hearse. And it's engineered like a hook and ladder fire truck or a fifth wheel. Gives me proper braking, steering, and handling of the unit when I do the service.
I think it's great. It probably takes the, I mean, obviously those are very delicate situations. And you're working with the fire department, police department when you go ahead and bring this to help support the fallen guys in that trade. And I don't want to say puts a smile on the face, but it's a little more of an ease.
Yeah, absolutely.
Situation.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. It sure does. Yesterday we did Officer Tracy's service. He was a San Leandro police officer, passed away. So as you can see on the unit there, we customized our unit to Officer Tracy. And you're absolutely right. What it does is that it takes some of the sadness away and makes it more of a celebration. And yesterday when we got done with the service, the family came up to me and hugged and cried and just told me, thank me for what the type of environment that it made for the service.
It does make it special, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
it's pretty cool.
it sure does.
Now, I got to ask, and these guys at home are going to ask a crazy question when they're watching us. How did you come across this thing? You said you got some guy in New Orleans called you, said he had this particular hearse. What was it originally designed for? Was it horseless carriage or what was it?
So I have a friend that lives in New Orleans, and he sent me a picture of a unit that's similar to mine. And so I had a good friend that worked in the funeral industry, and I called him up and asked him to meet me for some coffee, and I showed it to him. And he said that there's been no change in the industry on how we transport our loved ones or friends to interment. And so he thought that it would be a good idea, and so I started Highway to Heaven Motorcycle Hearse Company.
I think it's great. I want to God bless you for that knowledge, your hard work, being in the fire department, everything like that. So I'm going to tell you guys something. Get a chance to see this. Shake these guys' hands. All these people here that work for our public agencies, the fire department, the police department. God bless all you guys, and check it out. We're going to check this thing here out. Thanks again, Ronnie.
All right, thank you, man.
You know I can't be found sitting home all alone. If you can't come around, at least be a telephone. Don't be cruel to all that's true. Baby, if I made you mad, well, something I might have said.
There's a lot of areas of car collecting. There's car enthusiasts, cars investors, and the big trick to being really a little bit of a car collector and an investor is two things: knowing what to pick, what's going to go up in value. My prediction, of course, will be the Fiat Spider. I think the Fiat Spider was almost like the Dino Ferrari, and all of a sudden you can't even touch a Dino Ferrari for like 200 grand. I don't think these are going to hit that kind of number. This is a real buyable car. If you can get these cars here, 73 on down with the chrome bumpers, this is an excellent example of a little Fiat Spider. Underneath the hood, check it out. It's absolutely spectacular, and the owners had this car here for like 34 years. The car has had a repaint, original carpets, and a few little touches just to keep it up, but I think these are a good investment. So you guys are looking for something kind of cool to invest, I think this right here is one of the few to get. If you have a little bit of detail, I don't think they're that difficult to restore. There's some parts that might be kind of hard and not. The rest is, it's a very, very good car to do, and being a Spider, being a roadster, being a stick shift car, and you like some import stuff, you cannot go wrong picking up a Fiat 924 Spider. You always know I say this on the show all the time, it's only original once. But you got a 1959 Fiat Multipla. This car here is very, very unusual. There's not very many in the United States. You can see this has been all over the country, and they see the patina, some of the patinas coming off and whatnot. But for 1959, very unusual vehicle, very rare. And I don't know about the value of them, they kind of go all over the map, but I think it's rare and it's unusual. I kind of got a kick out of it. I think the thing's absolutely fantastic looking. And it does There's a full bed inside. You actually can make your own, like a mini motorhome. Probably the smallest motorhome made out there. It's really kind of cool. Check it out.
Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Well, roll my breakfast, 'cause I'm a hungry man. I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll.
Hey, checking out some more of our neighbors' cars, and of course we're checking out his barbecue. Mike Hennessy, how you doing?
Mike, Bill Willett.
Hey, Bill, how are you? Hey, you told me a minute ago that you've owned this car for how long?
45 years.
That tells me that you must be the original owner.
I am the original owner.
Boy, now what possessed you? No, you ever thought your investment would do this well, honestly?
No, I just thought it was a fun car to drive.
Oh, really? Being a six-pack 340, you have the thing is that you guys are not buying stuff and looking for stuff. Check out the purchase receipt with all your options list on it, and you saved it. You have it.
Yes.
And that's right there, you know, all the stuff that goes with this collecting car stuff. I say collecting cars, investment cars, it makes a world of difference.
Yeah, I actually have 3 of the build sheets from it also, which were used when they went down the assembly line. And that was used by the people who were assembling it. And then what they do, and when they get done with it, after their part of it, they throw it in the car somewhere. And so I found one tucked in the back seat, one in the front seat, and then one up underneath the dash on top of the glove box.
I'm telling you, that's what makes this car here. You got the pistol grip, the 340. I think it's probably one of the better driving performance of the small block cars out there.
Yeah, it was. This one particularly came as it's a Trans Am racing car. So it was the production version of that car. So it came with front and rear sway bars, disc brakes. So it handles well as well as going in a straight line.
Well, that's why they put the TA in the back of the car.
Right.
Your collector guys will see all that. And I mean, I'm telling you, but you know, give people the insight. There's a lot of cars. We were talking earlier about certain cars are good collectible cars. I know your friend's got a modified car, Street Rod. They're all in value. These are, I think, well, the whole car world has completely changed. You know.
It has, and the thing is about it that makes this one so particularly valuable. It was made in limited production, so they made this a little over 2,000 of them, and only about 950 or so with a 4-speed.
Well, the other thing is Chrysler liked it so much they decided to bring the model back.
Yes, I also have a 2010.
Oh, you bastard.
My wife is dear. What she does is she lets me buy a new Challenger every 40 years.
She's the best.
I got 35 more years to go, and I get another one.
Hey, did you have a good time at Dream Machines?
Had a great time today. Wonderful. Lots of cars, lots of people, good food.
What a day here at Dream Machines. We've been here for 7 hours straight, covering this place here like cars from bumper to bumper. And I hope you enjoyed all the bands, all the cool cars, and all the great people that we had here over at Dream Machines. We want to thank Tim Beeman from Airmar Events. He gets us in here, gets us all set up. They're kind of a partners in crime when we put this together. We send out the emails, and thanks to you guys for showing up on this. Hey, God bless all of you. See you next week at the Car Guy channel. So take care, drive well, and be safe.